Hi friends, I am Joel John, YouTube blogger, and today's video we are going to talk about a person who sold Coca Cola at the age of 6 door to door, and later on he became one of the main shareholder of that company, and a person who started invest purchasing six shares out of the money he earned, putting newspaper door to door is a person who is said to be the most successful investor in the world today. That's none other than Warren Buffett. And also, another one part of him is he is one who contributed about 25% of his wealth to Bill Gates Foundation and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, thereby contributing about some 1,50,700 crores of rupees on at that point of time in IN or Indian rupee. So who is that? It's Warren Buffett again. So we are going to see Mr. Warren Buffett in this personality review. There are a lot of things to understand from him, which is hard work, dedication, and analyzing and observing things. So on. So now let's getting into the topic. And Warren Edward Buffett, he was born on August 30, 1930, and he was born on Omaha, Nebraska, or United States of America. And his education was with the University of Pennsylvania initial, and then he did his Bachelor of Science in University of Nebraska Lincoln, and his Masters of Science in Columbia University. And his occupation was he's a businessman, investor, philanthropist. And philanthropist is one who donates for charity and other issues are called as philanthropist. Okay, he is and known for his leadership on Berkshire Hathaway with the Berkshire Hathaway company. That's a textile company which he acquired, and later on he changed it into a head company, holding company, through which he managed all his other companies. And we'll look at those in details. And his spouse was Susan Thompson, and she died at 2004 because of cancer. And children are like Susan alias Buffett, Howard Graham Buffett, Peter Buffett. And he believes that his children should start earning from zero investment, not from his wealth. So that's why he has contributed about 85% of his wealth to charity. Very different people. And his parents are like Howard Buffett and Leela Shadal Buffett. Okay, fine. So now this Edward Buffett is an American investor, business tycoon, philanthropist, and the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway Company. He is considered to be one of the most successful investors in the world and has a net worth of about 75.5 billion USD as of August 2020, making him the world's seventh wealthiest person. And Buffett was born on Omaha, Nebraska. He developed an interest in business and investing in his youth, eventually entering into Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania in 1947 before transferring to be graduating from the University of Nebraska at the age of 19. He went for his graduation in Columbia Business School, where he molded his investment philosophy around the concept of value investing pioneered by Billy Graham. He attended New York University of Finance to focus his economic background and soon became various business partnerships, including one with Billy Graham, Benjamin Graham. He created Buffett Partnership Limited in 1956, and his firm eventually acquired a textile manufacturing firm called Berkshire Hathaway, assuming its name to create a diversified holding company. So he liked this Berkshire Hathaway company name very much. So he made this main holding company to be Berkshire Hathaway. And Buffett is an notable philanthropist, having pledged to give away 99% of his fortune to philanthropist causes, preliminarily via Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He founded the Giving Pledge in 2009 with Bill Gates, whereby billionaires pledge to give away at least half of their fortunes, that's their wealth. Okay, so what's to know about more in detail about this is this person, Mr. Warren Buffett, was born in America during a troubleful economy or 1930s. At the time, the economy was very much trouble. At the age of 6, he was selling. At the age of 6 is very less age. At that age, he was selling Coca Cola, chewing gums, newspapers, and his father had a share market company, and this is the place where he spent his leisure time apart from studying. And he at that time itself he observed how the share market functions. He was good in maths and numerics, and he used to write the stock names on the board. Like that, he was really active. He was working at the age of 6 or something, which is really hard to believe, a person working at the age of 6. And that's when he also started dreaming about becoming an entrepreneur. He had a good hobby, that's reading books. When his age, children were playing alone. I don't blame playing. Playing is also important, but don't do only playing. You should also read. Reading is very essential. He started reading more books on entrepreneurship. His first purchase was a 6 shares in a city service company. In a few days, that shares fell down. In share market, it's very common. Anyone who invests on shares or who has an fair idea about shares will be knowing. It will be falling and coming up. It's so natural with the share market, and that happened. He was very much disappointed. My first step towards holding ownership on a company has failed. After that, it started rising. At that time, he sold immediately and came out with little bit of profit. After that, he found that the price of that share to increase to a very high level. So at that time, he realized in share market we have to be slow and steady, and we have to have consistency. So that's the kind of an hard learning he had. So what do they say it as failures are the stepping stones of success, and this person Warren Buffett made that to be true in his life. And his father was a senator of Nebraska, and he got elected as a senator of Nebraska, and so that they were in a situation to move to Washington DC. Even then, in spite of his father being a senator, he used to go on bicycle and continued his selling newspapers and all those, and he saved money, and out of that money he started lots of other activities, like he started selling sports equipments, then started doing some works on entertainment industry, and then find out how to earn money on horse race. With all that, at that little age, he got about some 10,000 US dollars as his earnings, which is really a very huge money. Okay, and then during his studies, he's not a person who is very much fond on studies, who is not someone what they call it as a bookworm or a booky one who always sits on library, and he do read a lot, but not like someone like was very much focused on the syllabus kind of a study. But he scored good marks. What the reason is, again, he read a lot, he learnt a lot, but not only the syllabus, he learnt practically. He learnt reading lots and lots of books through variety of ideas. So automatically the knowledge paid him good marks. And as his father himself had a share market company, he started working on that, and that also his father gave him some money. Through that, he bought shares of petroleum, real estate companies, and then he learned a lot of money. After that, what he thought was, to be successful on share market, he believed that communication skills are very important. Even now, if you go to Warren Buffett's office, a Coca-Cola bottle and the certificate he obtained for his communication skills will be there. Not even his college degree certificates. So, which are hanged. So, he remembers till this day the little beginning he had, the humble beginning he had, and what he believed is very key for his success as an entrepreneur or a share trader. Okay, so after that, he still wanted to improve his communication skill. He is now working in his father's office on daytime. So on evening, he decided to teaching economics for the students in Nebraska University. These students were elder to him by age, but still he was bold enough to teach them because he read a lot already. He also has a practical experience. What's the difference between the Western education and what we have in India is there the college professor or someone who comes for teaching in colleges will be someone who achieved a lot on that particular industry. That's how the universities mostly pick up people. Even Mr. K.R. Sridhar of Bloom Energy is a professor. So just imagine how particular they are about picking out teaching faculties. And again, that's something very different on the Western education, mainly with the US. And now uh, he has got a continuous work on his father, and then evening time on classes. So now what his main aim was to get he was much attracted by this person, um, who was a very famous Benjamin Graham, who was very much famous for share market investments and related programs. He tried to become his student. So he writes a letter requesting him to accept him as a student, and he got that as well. And then he started working. He finished that on his class. He was so good, and he asked for a job as well after the classes were over. But his job was not granted because he being a Ben Graham being a Jew, he wanted to pick out only Jews for his company at that point of time. But later on, he changed his mindset and he offered. So he been, Warren Buffett didn't stop with that as well. He went back to his father's company and he started working there, and he was making good amount of money. At this time, Benjamin Graham changed his mind and he called him back, offering a salary of about 12,000 US dollars. At that point of time, that's a good amount of money for as yeah, early salary, annual salary. Okay, so he went there and he joined. He started studying a lot. He was an outstanding performer in his job as well as on his academics. So now Benjamin Graham and Warren Buffett are having different ideas in business. So they decided to separate because Benjamin Graham mainly believed that studying the balance sheet of the company is the key deciding factor for investment. Whereas Warren Buffett said that what are all the external factors which could influence the company, and also the quality of the company, all the quality of the products they make. These kind of external sources and the quality which the company maintains are also not only that are also the main deciding factors. So this is the different kind of approach of Warren Buffett. But still, studying the balance sheet is very, very essential. You have to look at the quarterly results, of quarterly results, even monthly results. I will say are very important because in share market things happen like this, that fast. And then he started after that. After coming out, he don't want to go back to his father's company and do the same thing. So he started a mutual fund company, and where he was getting good returns for the investors, and he was get paid a little bit of commission for that. So to know about mutual funds is something where where an mutual fund company forms a trust where they pool in the money from the investors and then they invest on shares so that they could invest on a diversified portfolio as well as they can make better decisions. And even on that, there are a lot of divisions. You can invest on sectors, you can invest on particular type of companies, and so forth and so on. It's a wide topic. We will be posting more videos on mutual funds as well. That's why I started this channel itself. Those who know from my previous history will be knowing. When I was writing NISM exam for mutual funds, I suffered a lot without notes. But there are a lot of videos now, and my videos are not much successful. So that's why I decided, okay, fine, let me give up that and create videos which could have a better reach on people. It's all on your hands. You have to subscribe, press the thumbs up icon, share, and comment. Then only my channel will grow. It's just a request to you. And then after that, and now he holds a lot of shares in Coca Cola company itself. So he is one of the main shareholders in Coca Cola, and apart from that, he has investments on insurance company, railway service industry, chemical companies, petroleum industries, newspaper industries, and all these industries he brought under the umbrella of Berkshire Hathaway company. He loved this name a lot, I think so. What do you think? Please comment. And what a kind of simple life he has is he lives in a house with only 5 rooms, and he self drives his car. Apart from that, he has only a small room in his office. So these are the kind of simplistic life this person has. Apart from being the seventh wealthiest person in the world, he doesn't live a luxury life, or he doesn't spend for much on leisure, and he is not someone who wants to send every case give all his wealth to his children. He wants to give it lot to charity. And the main reason for this is his wife Susan Warren, who is his sister's daughter, whom he loved, and after there a lot of struggle, he married her itself. And so we also have a beautiful love story in his life. And his wife wanted always to serve the poor. So as because of that, he gave about 85% of his wealth, which accounted for about 1,51,700 crores in Indian rupees, to the poor through Bill Gates Foundation. So through this donation, what's happening is the underdeveloped nation children are getting proper nutritious food, education, and they are building toilets on the places where there is no enough sanitation, and they are working on finding medicines for AIDS, polio, and so many other diseases. And this donation is the reason for many children to get good food. They wouldn't have even seen who is this person, Warren Buffett. Or Warren Buffett doesn't even know how many of them and who are all those who are getting benefited by the money he paid. But he is doing good to a lot of people. Rescue the perishing, care for the dying. There's one some beautiful song in Christianity. Warren Buffett lives as per that. On 2006, he was second wealthiest person in the world, and he has one son and two daughters. Those details we have already seen. And he is not someone who gave his all his wealth. I already told you. He doesn't. Instead of transferring all the wealth to his children, he already one time itself he gave 85% of the money. After that, he also gave 99% of money to charity and other stuff. That kind of a person who is Warren Buffett. So what we have to learn from him is hard work, dedication, reading, understanding, analyzing, philanthropic mindset. Everything or something we have to learn from Warren Buffett. And from your side, my humble request: always press the thumbs up icon, share your comments below, subscribe, press the subscribe button, and if you are okay on getting notification, put the bell symbol as well, because that's when you get a notification on your bell icon. Now I don't think the inbox symbol is there in the updated YouTube. Instead of that, all the notification are coming on bell symbol. So click on the bell symbol and see. Don't leave my update videos, as you don't have the inbox icon. And if you have a setting there where you get emails triggered from YouTube, you may also get that. Okay, friends, and now you have also got my request, and we are coming up with videos like late Sunday or early Monday video on personality review. And this is one personality review about Warren Buffett. And on late Fridays, we are coming up with the social media related stuffs. And this Friday, I am going to post about early Saturday. It will be not late Friday, it will be early Saturday. I'll be posting about jobs on social media. So that's something going to be very interesting. And so please subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon so that you get a notification, and also ask your friends and relatives to subscribe and support me. If you are wealth like Warren Buffett, or in India, or you are the richest person in your city, state, you are born with a silver spoon, have lot of wealth, lot of money, then you can use the join icon to contribute. The contribution starts from just 29 rupees and it goes up to 7,999. And this is for my personal expenditure and my channel expenditure. Whatever the contribution you do, we have some packs, we will also be giving you that. And even if I don't give, continue to support because I may give it at any point of time. But if you want that for sure, comment below so that I will be mostly looking my comments. I'm not getting that much of comments, so I will try to get it done for you. Okay, friends, it's time to say bye, and it's your Joel John J signing off. Bye.